Do you want me to introduce, or do you want to introduce?
Who, Dave?
Yeah.
And you are? Who are you?
Dave Ramey Jr.
No, Dave's here! Yay, I'm so excited.
Hi, I'm Randy Donley, here of course with
I'm Susan.
And we're here with Dave Ramey Jr. today.
The Dave Ramey Jr.
Yes.
The one and only. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. You've been working really hard this week.
Before we even talk about the collection that we're here to look at today, I just want to mention, Dave, you and your father, before you guys are, I mean, like, so well known in the field of Nickelodeons, band organs, orchestrions. When did you and your dad get started in this?
Well, my dad got started before I was born, so in the 50s, late 50s.
Okay.
And then I got started as soon as I could walk, probably. My dad had me in the shop, sweeping floors and that kind of stuff.
Yes, you've been in it your whole life.
Yeah.
And
that's great.
I mean, I think the Ramey family is best known for the Encore Banjo machines.
Yeah, that and the banjo orchestras. Those are the two things we build new.
Yeah. So when did you start manufacturing those? When did that all take place?
My dad started reproducing the Encore Banjo in about 1978, something like that.
Okay.
And the first banjo orchestra came in 1996, I believe.
Wow. Now, how many are there of the banjo orchestras?
There's over 30 banjo orchestras, and they're unique. That's what we call it, a Ramey Banjo orchestra. They're not really exactly copies of an original piece. It's very similar, but no one's ever found an original example of the original banjo orchestra.
Wow.
The Encore Banjo, there were original examples of that. There was only about a couple of dozen. And my dad and I together, we've made over 50 replicas.
Wow.
Wow. So now there's more of ours than there are of the originals.
It's funny, I just came home from Florida last night. I just got back in town. And I was happy to see you here. But I just moved one of your banjo machines out of Florida in High Springs. We just put it on a truck yesterday. So you're always in my mind.
But I did have a question, though. Is this your full-time career, your
Yes.
job? It is. You do this full-time restoration of these beautiful machines.
Yep. Yeah, always have.
I thought you might have been a musician or an actor
nope,
on the side.
I don't know how to play anything. I only know how to make them play themselves.
Yes, okay, that's good to know. So you're not a banjo player is what you're saying.
No, not at
all. But you can
all.
make a banjo play.
Yes.
All right. Good.
So the purpose of this podcast to start out with is to introduce a little bit more about the Ryder collection.
Okay.
And when is that auction?
I think we're doing it in July.
July.
July on a Thursday.
Oh, there you go. You were hoping for July.
We need more time. Good.
Yes, we need more time, and
there's a lot to go through here.
It's going to revolve around some other events that are happening about the same time, so everybody can be here.
This is a very large collection that really needs to be gone through. That's good. We got more time than I thought.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So we'll announce the date for sure. I thought it was before the slot show, so I thought it was in May. We'll see. We'll see who's right this time. We'll see who's right. Maybe I get to be right for a change.
Oh, wow. That'll be
my money's on Susan.
One time for Randy Donley.
And one down for Dave. We used to be friends.
He knows who's running the show around here.
So at any rate, let's get serious here now.
Let's
And let's talk about the Ryder collection. We just happen to be standing in front of what?
This is a Don Stenson custom-built concert organ that he built for Frank Ryder. Frank was one of his best customers. He really liked Don Stenson's work.
Oh my gosh. And what are the main components of this particular beautiful machine?
On this one, I guess it would be the valve chests that work all the different pipes.
Okay.
And it's pretty complex.
I'm sure it is.
Because every one of these little pipes, they need a valve that opens and closes at the right time.
Is
to be able
this
to
the
make
whole
music.
piece, or is there more to it? This is
This
it,
is
right?
this is the facade. The
everything?
instrument is
Okay,
actually sitting behind
everything's
it. You
behind
can
it.
just see a little bit of the pipe
And
work.
we'll
Yeah.
show you that in a minute. We'll
Yeah.
take more films. But this is known as a band organ, right?
Or a fairground organ. I think
fair
he
organ.
called this one a concert organ because of the type of music that it plays.
Okay, and
That's
so-
the only difference. It's still a
So
a
it
type
plays
of band organ.
flutes and drums, cymbals.
Violins. It's got I
got
think
a
some
lot
reed
going
pipes
on
in
in
there too.
here.
I think
Wow.
I'm not
Pretty-
sure how many pipes are in it, but it's a 72 key
Pretty neat.
organ.
So let's take a walk around and see some of the
All right.
other pieces. More band organs, you call them fair organs?
Well, it depends on the type of music they play, really.
Wow.
And we have several calliopes in this.
Yeah, we got a
auction.
couple of them.
We've got jukeboxes in this auction. I mean, anything musical, Frank Ryder collected. Let's
Yeah, he's got good taste.
let's
Even these little
That's a whistler.
figurines,
Yeah,
the whistler, yeah, that's
Yeah. They have a
excellent.
mechanism
Love
in there
it.
that with pipes in it. It sounds like they whistle.
That's awesome.
I haven't tried to see if that worked, but yeah,
Okay.
that's a neat thing.
So, Dave, here we have a Mills Villano, okay, and we've had many for sale over the years, but this one's an oak, which is kind of neat. And then a couple Nickelodeons. What are these?
Well, that's a Seeburg L. I think that was one of the first pianos that Frank Ryder collected.
Wow. Okay.
And that was, I think, out on location somewhere, so it's seen a lot of use. But that was a workhorse for Seeburg, very popular piece. Piece next to us, Nelson and Wiggen, Style 8. Nelson and Wiggen were the engineers for Seeburg for many years.
And then they went out on their own.
They had a falling out with
course.
Seeburg because of with his son. He took over the business and not Nelson and Wiggen, and they thought they were next in line. So they went off on their own. Anyway, this was their very popular model, a Style 8, which has a xylophone and a set of bells in them, and they alternate whenever the roll calls for it. So it's a lot of instrumentation packed in a little box.
Yeah. And this is our creepy clown. We have.
I love it.
We've shown him before.
Hey, Mike, grab that clown. That's pretty cool. I don't know why people think clowns are so creepy.
So Susan always asks. Susan always asks the best questions. Anything you see here that is of interest, Susan, with the Nickelodeons? I mean, the art glass alone
I know, it's
is
beautiful.
always
Do you,
nice.
You restore the glass on here too?
I don't do
That's
glass
not,
work.
okay, so you don't do
But
the
I have
glass work,
people
but
that do
everything
that.
inside of here, yeah.
Yes,
You
yeah.
do. Okay. What is the most difficult component to restore?
Much like what I was talking about the band organ, it's the valve chests.
The valve
They're
chest, same thing
Small
here too,
parts,
huh?
very intricate, and they have to be airtight and they have to work
Okay.
reliably. Yeah.
Excellent.
And for people who don't know, I mean, these all run on air pressure.
Yeah.
they're-
The organs work on pressure. The pianos mostly work on vacuum, but when they have pipes in them, they have to do both. They have to have vacuum and pressure.
So old.
Like this instrument here, that has both.
So many of these things, all the air chests and everything have to literally be taken all apart, all the old glue scraped off, all new leather or hides put in there.
Yes, it's very labor-intensive work.
Oh. And
Gosh,
And
I
if
would love to see that sometime.
if
You at work.
if somebody was having a Nickelodeon done, how long does something like that take?
Yeah.
Actually, when I'm on it full time, it only takes a couple months. But there's a waiting list often because I'm busy.
The backlog.
So they may
Yeah.
have to wait years before they get their piece done.
You
There-
are in demand for
but
sure.
There are so few people doing this nowadays that you could be, 2 years before?
Or more.
more.
Or
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice
But the
line of
actual
work.
time,
Good to
2-3
know.
months, I could do one of these pianos.
Are you training someone under you to continue on with
Yes.
the legacy?
Yeah, I do have an employee, a
Okay.
full-time employee who
Like an apprentice?
wants to keep going with it.
Oh
I've,
my gosh,
I've had
that'd be
many
great.
through the years, and no one's ever kept up with
I
it.
never stick with it. Wow.
So it's a hard business. It's,
I'm
it's
sure.
You're on your own.
It's
You
not
don't have
easy.
insurance. You know, it's tricky.
Here we have KT's. What's the difference? I mean, what out of these three machines, which is the best one and why?
Well, I'm gonna say this one because this is the one my dad built.
Of course.
So wait a second. So your dad built that from scratch?
Well, he bought a kit from Bill Edgerton, who went into production of Replica KT Specials, Seeburg KT Specials. And there were some parts left over from the project. I think Edgerton built 50, I believe. And my dad finished 2 with the parts that were left over, and this is one of those 2.
That's
But the differences are
amazing.
that the one in the green, that's a KT that plays violin pipes, I believe. No, I'm sorry. There's harmonic flute pipes in there. So a rank of organ pipes are in that one.
Okay.
As the extra instrument. This one is also a KT, but it plays a xylophone for an extra instrument.
Okay.
And then this is a KT special because it's a little bit taller. It's got all the drums in it and a xylophone.
And
Okay.
the xylophone.
But they all play the same role. They
I'm
all play
sorry.
a style G role.
And
So
then-
they all are similar, but there are differences.
And then this is the glass for it,
Yes, for the
correct?
KT special, yes.
So it would have glass in
So
front
pretty.
of the instruments, just like the others.
I love it.
So,
So, Dave, my question to you is what's the most effective way for the younger generation to learn and appreciate the magic here if they don't even get to really see them? What can we do?
That's a major problem.
It's a major problem.
We're losing a lot of collectors just from age, and there's not a lot of young people that are interested in this that collected and replaced those collectors. And I think it's mostly because you don't see the stuff out in the public
It's
anymore.
not out anywhere.
so they're not
really.
exposed to it.
No.
Right. Unless they're, looking at it on a
A
little
YouTube
handheld
video
device.
or something, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't see these in taverns or restaurants and everything.
No.
And you did when I was a kid. You'd still see
Right.
the stuff
It
out in
was
the public.
still out there.
Yeah, and it's not anymore because the items became too valuable.
So it's almost like one generation removed now from actually being able to see this in public.
Yeah. Yep.
It's only in
So
museums.
they need to come to the auction to
Yeah.
see it all,
Yes.
and hopefully, like an old car, get into the hobby of restoring a machine.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
and
smart
I
enough
say
to
this all
figure
the
that
time.
out.
If you want to become a new collector, this is the best time ever
It is.
because for so many years, all this was collected up. Guys our dad's age were running around buying all this and creating their own collections. So a new novice first-time collector couldn't even find it. It wasn't out there. It was collected up. But now all the old-timers who are passing away, these huge collections are coming on the market. And it's like a one more time, one last chance
Right.
to acquire these things. So to become a collector now is the right time.
I agree.
It really
Absolutely,
is.
yes.
Yeah, so
So-
keep posted and go to our website at donleyauctions.com for the date of this fantastic auction coming up in July.
Okay. Now I do want to go down.
Actually,
I happen to think it's in May.
I think you want to do this whole collection separate, don't you? This is going to be a collection all on its
Yes,
own.
this is
So
the
this might
Ryder.
be separate from
this,
the
This is the
photograph
Ryder
auction.
auction. It's a
maybe
one-person auction. It's fantastic. It's phenomenal. But we're going to keep walking. I want to do one more aisle if we could.
And I will admit if I'm wrong, I promise.
And what is this piece right here?
It's a Caliola, originally made by Wurlitzer. This is a replica. It was made by Don Stenson, a good friend of Frank Ryder's. And Don Stenson, when he first started building Caliolas, he borrowed Frank's original Wurlitzer Caliola, which is in the collection. It's over there somewhere. And he used that to copy to go into production of these models.
Wow.
I'm not sure if this was the first one. I don't know that. But it's definitely a Stenson copy of an original piece.
Okay.
All kinds of other goodies too that are going to be in this auction. It's not just music. Look, there's a soda fountain back bar there. There's all kinds of items. We passed a gas pump. There's Petroliana signs. I mean, anything the Ryder family collected is here. Is this a new one or?
It is. It's made by Minor Manufacturing Company. They still use the Tangley name, calliopes, calliope.
Okay, so
Interchangeable.
I hear people pronounce this different all the time. I hear people say calliope. This is the way I say it. And then people are always saying calliope.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Do you have
Just
any
how you
idea?
pronounce it. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it depends on where you're from.
This is a newer piece made, I think, in the 1980s. But it has automatons that move when the music is playing.
Wow. That's pretty
That's
neat.
another word. Say it again.
Automaton.
Automaton. We say automaton.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways to pronounce that.
Another word
Yep,
that's pronounced differently.
Okay.
So
Automatons.
this has got organ
Automatons.
pipes in it, and it plays book music, like the bigger organs. Much more complex. So this is the original caliophone that I was talking about before, that made by Wurlitzer.
What's
Caliola.
that screen made of? It's just a screen
It's a
that's
screen that
painted.
they paint, yeah.
Painted
So
on
that
the
lets the
screen.
sound
Okay.
come out of it.
Yeah, that's
I'll be
great.
darned. Okay. And then more Stinson organs and
Yeah, this is a copy of a Dutch street organ.
Well-
Vendors used to walk the streets of Amsterdam and raise, that's how they made a living, playing music for people.
I'm just going to talk to myself, Susan, or I'll mutter. Okay, so Susan's going to ignore me. All right, so we're going to unpack all of these goodie trays. We've got quite an array of stuff. I don't know if the camera really catches these things, but we have beaded items, we have carved items, and I guess what I'm going to do is start separating things based on what they are. So we have a fair selection of beaded moccasins here, beaded belts, accessories, beaded accessories, holsters, horns. So what it's looking like is this table is all beaded and decorated, stuff worn on the body. There's also other accoutrements, ropes, blankets, ducks, cowboy rope. Now, this is an apron of some sort, so clothing, leather goods. You get some nice snowshoes. These are really cool. Bullet molds. Hitching post. Hitch your horse on this hitching post. Horse-related things. Home-related things. USQMC, 1942. W.F. and Company Express. So on this side we have Indians, and the other side of the table is Cowboys. Wow, that's cool. Story told by Spotted Elk, picked up at Horse Creek by Victor Erickson. This Annie Oakley picture frame album's pretty cool. Cigar boxes, stone tools, pipes, catlinite pipes. Well, for this table, I think we are done. And so this gives you a good glimpse of what is going to be part of the next Cowboys and Indians auction. And I guess that's it.
well, here we are. Like I say, Dave is here helping us. Do so many things, whether it's identifying or talking about the condition. Right now, we're going and seeing what works and what doesn't, what needs restoration, making sure something is complete, not complete, and all this, because obviously we want to identify everything accurately and properly for you. And Dave, again, I can't thank you enough for all your help. That you've been just a mainstay here with us over the years, helping us identify and repair and everything. And I appreciate everything you do for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
It's
We
nice
appreciate
working with
your
you.
help. Nice working with you too. Let's hope for many more years together.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Many
for
more
sure.
years.
But So for now,
I'm Susan.
I'm David.
and I'm Randy Donley, and
And
we'll see you at the auction.